salvageable / winnable. Mid lane, you should win as Kunkka. I think that is a very easy matchup. And then go to the bot lane. It's going to be Terrorblade Clockwork against Beastmaster plus Coddle. I don't know. It sounds manageable. I think you can come out even in this laning stage.
You could.
The mid game might be a little more awkward to play because everyone wants to be on the same position, and you can see some big coils here, but you don't have the biggest punish for being grouped up. You don't like have that black hole or the shakers on the other team. You don't have those big spells that punish heroes for being grouped up here. So it's playable for DogChamp. And of course, Metamorphosis will make you ranged, so you kind of might have that one range through in the fights as well. It's definitely playable here. I think the laning stage, anything can happen. It's going to come down to, we say it in the mid lane a lot, skill-based matchups, but I think these side lanes are also going to be skill-based matchups.
Yeah. Also looking at the moves that DogChamp was doing while Felt was smoked up on their side of the map is the double sentry blocks on the side of Felt's ancient camp and then one of the hard camps as well. So if they can punish this Beastmaster, he doesn't have a place to go back to farm. There's nothing to stack. There's not even any single creep going to be spawning in that area until they detect that they're both going to be blocked out. So if they can punish this Beastmaster, win this lane, it can be a big win on the side of DogChamp. But we're starting things off with a tri-lane to begin things off with, unless Albino Zebra is just going to take the Twin Gate. He's not taking
Bloody
it
Nine
now.
there he isn't. He's zoning him from the gate. And the lane is going to be good for Doom, so this is going to help their lane quite a bit here. But D&M might get pressured just a little bit.
Oh, only got the Blinding Light to connect. The Axis will miss because of it. But that does allow the Skywrath Mage to go back into the top lane, help out with the CK. We can probably roll things out. Bloody Nine will be playing a bit more aggressive, just like Albino Zebra with the Spear Breaker in the last game.
Yep. This lane looks pretty standard. They need a couple levels before they really do anything. You got your illusion hero versus the Terrorblade. I thought they're gonna pick PL and just win the game for free, but it's pretty similar. I think Hitmune loves this CK.
Yeah,
so.
they don't want to take an easy win, right?
Yeah, I mean, fair enough. Respect.
Respect and the level of the challenge. Always welcome. DogChamp, they need to tie this one up, though. They are behind one game. Might as well opt to any possible...
It's just player comfort, right? Hitmune, I see him play the CK a lot. He loves this hero. Also can be good versus the Terrorblade. It's a weird matchup.
Yeah, you got both carry players with their favorites. Like D&M loves playing this Terrorblade. There's actually, what do you think about it? Terrorblade is kind of like one of your bread and butter type of heroes when they're looking for Fade in the bottom lane. And that Beastmaster death number 1 is a certainty. Cogs up into the Metamorph. We talked about it in the draft. And that is already the first kill going their way. But
yeah, we're talking about the laning stage. And the Clockwork zoning out the Sky from the first wave. A Shaker blocks the wave back. Now means, guess what? They're winning all 3 lanes on DogChamp with 5 melee heroes.
Hooray!
Has been killed.
The strat.
Any non-believers in the chat?
Fun fact is, it's not even 5 melee universal heroes. It's just 1 universal hero in the draft, and that's the Clockwork.
5 melee universals. All building Echo Saber.
Just right-click. Just click them, lol. But... what was the thing? Okay, I have a brain fart. I literally can't remember what it was.
Okay, there's a Lotus pull in 1 second, and Bloody Nine will get one. Double Lotus, going the way of DogChamp.
Okay,
big boosts in HP and mana.
Another tick away from the bucket list.
What's on the bucket list?
Definitely winning the game. But I guess
gotta
if they're
win this game before you
winning the laning stage for now with 5 melee heroes, or at least leading, that's already one good indicator.
A lot online for these teams here.
Haven't looked a lot of this top lane. Where the hell did Albano? He just cast an Arcane Bolt on a range creep instead of the Earthshake. I guess he wanted the CS more than the poke. Because that was CK using both of his abilities, and Albano's just like, oh, creep.
Gotta secure those range creeps, man.
Yep, you gotta.
You gotta. At any cost.
Bloody Nine also
Yeah, I don't
in a
mind
bit
that.
of trouble. Not really trouble, but just gets pushed away as he uses his cogs. It's thrown out with the blinding light.
So my tactic now is like, I love Kunkka. I'm a Kunkka enjoyer myself. So my plan is to talk so poorly about this hero, to curse it out of oblivion. And
Reverse psychology, I like that.
yeah, exactly. Unfortunately, this hero has looked rather doo-doo for some time now.
Some people
But
talk
he's doing
about
well in the mid lane
anti-jinx,
right
but I like to talk about reverse psychology more. But sure, yeah. He is leading this puck by quite a lot of CS so far. And despite the fact that you are up against the phase shift, and all you need to do is just fake pump Tidebringer, which is actually in Kunkka's favor.
Yeah, won 2 bracers. Bracers got a little bit of oomph in the patch. They now give you 3 damage instead of 2. Helps out a bit. I mean, it does matter. I'm watching this Kunkka hit these creeps with 88 base damage. It's looking substantial.
And instead of 4 damage, you get 6. 25 minutes, so that's even more for the Tidebringer. And now we're going to see another Metamorph in the bottom lane. Blinding Light does push out one, but Bloody Nine keeping the poke onto Fade. A couple more right clicks should do. Big heal by the Fisher coming out from long range from moves, but it's not going to be enough from Bloody Nine. He's the one to drop by the looks of it. One more spell should do, but no. Cog zoning out the Skywrath Mage and won't be able to get another Arcane Bolt off. So no kills, just a lot of weak heroes. Coddle already going back home, so is the Clockwork, so trading one support for another support. So now the Skywrath with the Beastmaster, Earthshaker chilling around for a little bit.
I know Solchi's playing a new hero.
I think not.
That too,
Normally we
actually.
used to see him playing the Mirana whenever he could.
Yeah, Mirana
Still a
Rubik.
viable hero. Not really playing it. I mean, he played Rubik last game, but...
Yeah, but he played Murano Rubik all last tour, basically.
Yeah,
It's just the two.
exactly. Now he's got a Coddle in this arsenal. Little time off, a little bit of practice. Really coming into play here. He's looked pretty good on the Coddle too, from what I've seen.
I actually want to look at Tour 2, North America.
Well, there's a team fight going on, so I have to wait.
That is very true. Let's see who kills who. Okay, back to research.
Sorry. Back to research.
Yeah, so we're looking at Felt, and Solji has 6 heroes here. I'm very surprised about it. Bloody Nine looks like he's going to be dropping down to kits. Amy's been dying for several attempts now, but still not actually dead. He will walk away. So it's the Morana he played 10 times, the Rubik 6 times, actually 3 tiny games. Then he had a Sky, a Disruptor, and a Willow. So, but those are all old patch.
Yeah, of course. And I'm sure they're all losses as well.
Are they? I mean, out of the 10
I don't know.
Oh yeah, the 3 extras, right?
Yeah, the 3 extras.
He won with Willow and Disruptor. He lost with Sky.
You're ruining my narrative here.
I'm sorry. I
your
should not have
facts.
said that. Sometimes numbers don't always play into our books or our narratives.
Nah, he's got a hero pool. It's fine. But
Maybe
he's
his-
adding Coddle now to it.
Maybe his impact is the one that we can agree on, and that hasn't necessarily been around. It's been like we're so used to seeing him playing Mirana that he'll just bring out the best out of the hero when he's playing it. But when you see something else on him, it feels like, okay, maybe the early game impact isn't quite there. Like comparing to the other Skywrath players, like I will notably say Stamanon, and
Right.
I could probably say, who else would I like to name out of last tour playing Skywrath?
Hold on, Puck here. Mid lane. Getting outplayed.
Oh, the blinding light to him. Okay, the Fisher's going to finish him off, but he did get that right click out despite the minus hit chance.
Oh my gosh. He gets cleaved twice on Coddle and he's almost dead. Does have Tranquil, so. An interesting thing about this matchup now on Puck versus Kunkka that makes it a bit more Kunkka favored, something that is slightly overlooked in the patch. When you're silenced now, you can still Tidebringer cleave. When in the previous patch, before 7.33, you could not.
Look at
So
top
puck
meanwhile.
silencing doesn't do anything.
Well, they're going to find a big kill off of speed. That Vanguard doesn't seem like it's going to be doing a whole lot, as it's Kits, Albino Zebra with the magic, and CK with a couple hits with that Phantasm. But they're looking for mid, and it's Solji's Coddle going to get brought back with the X into the boat, into the fissure, into the smack of the sword and the totem.
We're playing Dota now. Moose and Red too. You love to see it. Connecting 2 times now, getting 2 kills in mid lane. First on the puck, now on the Coddle.
synergy.
Yeah, it's coming together.
All about building bridges, not burning, right?
Yeah, you generally don't want to burn many bridges.
Nope. Missing out on the torrent
Unless you're
because of the
a
ancient
psychopath.
seal. Yeah, exactly. Don't get the connection on the sky when gonna have to let him slide away. Also a bottle refill from Solji to Puck as he's also respawned back into action. And this game is somewhat fairly tied right now. CK free farm mode, Speed doing the same thing. DNM also not really contested with this Terrorblade. So both carries enjoying. Maybe the CK for now is getting a bigger benefit out of it, but in the long run, Terrorblade uninterrupted, DNM is just, he's enjoying.
He is enjoying. You know who else is enjoying? Red 2. Red 2 is definitely enjoying this game, and Kits is not enjoying. So we're going to see if Kits can find a way to have an impact while having a terrible laning stage. The tables have turned. Now, Red 2 is in the driver's seat, and Kits
Turn the
playing from
tables.
behind.
Again, just fearful for that ancient seal, so Red 2 can't really close up on the puck. Plus the phase shift, that's going to be very annoying. If you send him back, he just phase shifts, dodges the torrent. But they will take down that mid tower with pretty much relative ease.
Yeah. Do they have any stacks? Nope.
Oh, they're smoking
warded.
up. They've spotted this Beastmaster is very hungry for stacks, and he has been farming them for quite some time. Bloody Nine finds the enemy. Coil used as well, and it's not going to leash completely, or else she's not going to break. But they've got the puck under control, and Kits will be brought back, and a puck kill very certain they will take him down. And also about a Zebra, maybe even Fade as well. He does get the roar out onto the TP and zones out the rest of them, so no X-Mark coming through. Solji forced away, Hit Immune coming in for the retaliation, takes down Moose with a crit. 2-for-1 traded off, losing the puck. It is a bit costly, but Hit Immune finding a kill for himself stays on top of the net worth list.
Everyone came to that fight but one man. It's your boy Speed. Similar things we're seeing from the last game. I'm not saying he should have came to that fight, because I really don't think he should have. However, I do want to see this Crimson Guard that he's building have an effect. Sure, he's pit stopping for a Midas. All good. All good. But he's going into a Crimson next. And I want to see him be a part of every single fight going forward with this item. I don't want to see him wait for one more item syndrome. And this is what they were really missing in game number 1.
Let's see if he does. They're stacking up and top, and now they're playing around Speed. So instead of Speed coming to the team's coming over to him. They will take down Bloody Nine at the same time, but they will finish off Albino Zebra. Support for support. Felt looking for a bit of a tower trade, potentially. Red 2 and Moose heading toward the Twin Portal. See if they can actually defend this tower. They're coming for it.
Oh, he has a Crimson on Fade.
He does, but he doesn't have a roar for 13 seconds. Does he get the chance to use it? Not looking too healthy right now, surrounded by enemies, but very, very tanky on this Beastmaster. Might be just enough. They're going to turn this around, maybe. Doom does get popped onto the CK. Here comes the roar, but that roar is just to force Red 2 away, and the rest of them for the retreat. It looked like an opening for a fight for Felt, because that Beast was not giving in. But they're coming back. Round number 2
we've
activated.
never seen this before.
Coil onto the Kunkka. Doom is also on the side. Sorry, Moose is on the side. They're controlling them for the time being, and they find a route away, but Kits is going to get hit by the X-Mark. Sending in a coil. They're going to finish off Red 2. Echo Slam coming out as well, looking to take down the Coddle. Solji does get the blinding light off, but he's already dead. And they are somewhat half HP, very low. Nice stun coming out from Moose with that Fissure. And they need to get an armlet toggle off of Hit Immune. He will get it. Moose surrounding them from both directions. Another armlet toggle coming out from Hit Immune. Moose on the run. Kits is trying to play Sacrificial at the same time. They find a kill for Hit Immune. 2 armlet toggles, and he will get to live, but he's still got illusions chasing him, and nasty crits flying as well. But it's not enough. He doesn't need to toggle a third time. 2 for 2 exchange.
Couple cool things there. First of all, Beastmaster. How often do we see Beast go Crimson Guard for a side and completely skip the Overlord? I've never seen that before personally, but that saves his life there. Looks super tanky. Doesn't end up dying under the tower to multiple heroes.
It's your boy Fade.
Your boy Fade, yeah. And then also the armlet toggling. Really, really good there by Hit Immune. Perfectly timing those.
Look at Albino Zebra. It's double Wisdom Runes too for Felt.
There you go. Ahaha, comes out.
It's a lot of experience.
And Observer Ward. And he's out. Maybe he's actually hunting. He's on the prowl for DNM.
Fresh Mystic Flare available. Gonna wait for the Ancient Seal. Mystic Flare combo comes. Oh, he doesn't quite get the damage out. He's actually dead. And that silence from the puck. He's gonna have to sacrifice his life to get that kill, but the orb flies through. Still gonna get hit by the tower. Trying to get some bottle charges to regenerate just enough HP, but the torrent catches him. Oh, such high-stakes moments. He wasn't really looking at the Kunkka's cast anymore. He also lost vision momentarily. Meanwhile, speed is getting slowed up by Fade.
Oh, I got both boards with Midas and Devour.
Very nice.
We'll see. Axe spam. It's stacking up.
6 stacks already. Pushes him forward with the Hurricane. 4 comes out. Another Axe that's going to do a lot of damage onto speed. Yep, and with Hit Immune. Going to be a secure kill.
Speed.
Yeah, boy speed.
Nah, I mean, he's out there trying to get some farming it up, but gets punished quite hard there. The fact that they just make the rotation bottom there, Fade staying on top of him with all the boars available. And I was going to mention that this Kunkka is having a great game, which he definitely still is. Couple deaths here and there. I do believe that this hero can fall off, and same with Doom. If you're going to go these items, the Pipe, the Crimson, I really want to see them push the envelope with a bit more. And Fade, he's going into the Drums of Slum. With the Crimson Guard, with that lifesteal available, plus there's a tank ability with this item, this could be very scary. We already saw how hard this man was to take down in that tier 1 tower bottom.
Yeah.
Add a Drums of Slum on top of that. Are you killing this man? I don't know. Maybe. But you need a lot to kill him.
Yeah, and how much damage are you taking from him in the process? It's, again, repeating 5 melee heroes versus Beastmaster, who's constantly... he's going to get damage out as they're focusing him in these fights. So I see this as a super value item this game.
If you're not going the Helm, this is the other build that I think is quite good. So I'm down for it to see how it goes. So far, the Crimson already paid for itself with that tier 1 fight bottom. That was massive.
And we'll get a kill on Solji. It was Metamorph just about to run out, leading into a kill. Surprising him as well. That is the Blink Dagger. If not shown before, at least now they know about it. Blink on the Shaker. Felt. Both Albino Zebra Fade moving away from that bottom area. They've found a bit too many hostiles for their liking.
Yeah, they just lost their Coddle. Time to back up just a little bit here. Coddle with the Pavis. Going into the Force Staff. Going full utility items here. So we'll see Coddle go up and just TP up and farm up here. But there's only illusions up here. As Kits is also going to walk up here. Does he have an item coming? Ah, Blink Dagger. Blink Dagger is online now for Kits. That's going to be a huge item. He's recovered his way pretty well. Yeah, he's recovered decently into this game. And Hit Immune, no recovery needed here. He's just on a roll.
Still topping net worth 2 on the CK, so it's in the place he wants to be. This game is still very even. If the CK was behind and TB, who usually starts to ramp up and farm at around this area, like 8 18 to 26 minutes, something like that, depending on your
There's
timings.
a tier 2 neutral item not picked up. Please pick it up. Okay, Fade picked it up. Sorry, just the important things in life. Items
I was
being
starting
left
to
on the
look
ground.
for it, but I was
Everyone's
like, I
favorite.
have no idea where to look for it.
It was
Somewhere
bottom lane.
around.
Fade got it though. Turned it
Soldier
into
though, hook shot used up. He's got himself a bit of an extra barrier from the Pavis, but that's really not going to make him too tanky against these dudes.
Or
He does
is
get
it?
a bit of healing though. Maybe it just did do the difference between life and death because he is under 300 HP. And they're getting to disengage. Speed is very low though, so Belt also kind of low on mana. Okay, they're gonna use Albina Zebra then. So swapping over from one target to the other. One support lives, another support dies.
Yeah, they don't have an answer for Red 2 right now. He has his BKB available going into Orchid next, but he's a problem that they can't quite address. And I think if you're on Felt, you're waiting for this Beastmaster drums to slum. Then you can start taking a little bit more aggressive fights here. Hit Immune is ready to go. Anyway, you might have
DogChamp is also playing on the hunt. Right in front of a tier 3 tower too. Maybe are they too far out? I mean, they popped the Metamorph, pushing down the tier 2 tower. What does Felt do?
The drums are here.
No hit immune yet. He's TPing in. They're going to use the glyph to buy some time for a regroup and a smoke. So they're going to lose the tower for sure, but do they win the fight? That's the bigger question. Going for the wraparound. It's going to be Fade in the front, giving the vision with the board. Smoke will pop. Bloody Nine right there, and the Axis going to fly in first. Clockwork does get the hook shot out, but it's going to pop the coil too, and maybe gets the TP away too. So close for it, he will.
Okay.
That's an escape, sure.
So he hasn't beat a drum a single time. There it is, his first drum beat. Got to get those stacks up. Maybe that can make the difference here. Didn't want to use the roar on the Clockwork. Put the coil down, but wasn't enough with the hook shot.
Yeah, he just threw axes instead of stacking up the roar and the coil.
Yep, gate play, because he knows he wanted a bigger target. If they use roar and coil on the Clockwork, they're just going to turn and kill everyone.
That is very true. Yeah, I wouldn't have done that either. Just a bit unfortunate that they weren't able to kill him. Speed moving away with Hurricane. CK Illusion's chasing him around. Meanwhile, Kits finds the Clockwork with the help of Hit Immune.
And at this point, DogChamp is playing Keep Away. But Roshan might be a casualty here if you want to play Keep Away. You have no Metamorphosis, though. You lost your Clockwork. I think this one's just done. So now you're in a position here for Felt. We're going to have the Aegis available. Oh, you're going to do a cheeky play, Moose? Yes, he is. Smoke gank incoming. Will it be in time? Will we see the huge Echo Slam?
Oh, the good old
Universe would be proud,
Fear
but
living his old man Fear days with, Roshan Pits and Echo Slams.
too
but
slow.
Not going to get to it in time. Hit me, and also a very good carrier for it, too. He's going to perch off the silence. He does get hit by the stun, but still in BKB mode. He's fine, but Doom's going to get caught by the Mystic Flare. The full burst duration goes through, and the coil connected onto the back line as well. Moose is going to get stunned up and hit me. That is a nasty crit to take to the face. So they're too slow to interrupt Roshan, and they pay the price for it.
Yep, stick around after, saying maybe we can see something. This is a classic Dota play. You do a play, you know it's not good. You know deep down in your heart this is not good, but you stick around anyway for that 5% chance that someone's horribly out of position. Maybe we can still get something here, right? And then, no, not really. Hit Immune blinks into you with the Aegis, with a BKB available, and you're like, well, I regret everything now. As they lose the Doom there, pop the BKB on the Kunkka, and I believe Shaker also died, so. On top of the Roshan, you get the tier 2 bot, you get the tier 1 mid, and you get 2 kills. Snowball.
That's a good segment, basically, for Felt right now. Enjoying this aggression. DogChamp, there's
Still a close game, though.
It's still a close game. It can come down.
But the
to
driver's
the
seat
fight.
is definitely Felt. They're sitting in it.
There's a thing with good drivers, but what's the destination?
So the bucket list.
The bucket list. Your casual Uber driver taking the wrong turn from the place you leave. Yeah, it's not a 5-star review. But right now,
I absolutely hate the drums of Slom. How's this playable? How can you just listen to these like these drum beats? They're just horribly like out of sync.
So he's not a wizard enjoyer. he's definitely not a musician enjoyer.
I'm a beast enjoyer. This is not music. This is a racket.
I guess you could put it that way. I mean, I would say I'm not a big fan of the sound effect. I used to like it when it wasn't active.
Yeah.
Because then it's like super intense. Now it's just like a random thunk, you know, like
it's all in the same pitch too, right? So it's like you're not even getting music. It's like hitting on a piano and hitting the same chord over and over
like
again.
the conga bass solo, dun, 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 you know, slowly going up chromatic scale.
I think as you get more stacks, it should have a different pitch.
Hitmune's going to find a freebie for himself, or is he? That might just be his Aegis going out. Where's the backup? What is he doing here? They're all by himself. There's a Doom ready for Doom. And there goes your BKB. He's trying to get Force Staff saved by his buddy. And they're on full retreat right now for Felt. That could have been the ticket for DogChamp. They need to capitalize on this. Nice Fissure Shard stun onto 2. But Solji keeping them away with the Blinding Light. Fade trying to also try to zoning them away. But they will lose the Coddle, and also they lost the Aegis. So that big, good old segment for Felt, that just came crumbling down because DogChamp, they get a kill. They get the Glyph. Might get a tier 2 for it. Gotta be careful, don't. Nice. These moves stuns. This guy is just absolutely crazy with his positioning. And he finds another good 2-man stun, leading into yet another kill and forcing Felt back once again. Moose Shaker, you talked about it.
Yeah, Moose Shaker is amazing. Hitmune getting a little too cocky here, but I want to talk about the one thing that's more important, the drums of Slom again. What if, you see how you have a stacks on the drums?
Uh-huh.
Each individual stack should have a different, like, pitch that it plays the music. That way, if you're really good at Beastmaster, you could play, like, a song. You could play, like, Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star or something.
I still haven't quite figured out how it actually works in accumulating stacks.
I mean, every time you hit, you get a stack, and every time you play a drum beat, you lose a stack, I think.
Okay, all right. Yeah, then it slowly starts to make sense. But yeah, that's true. Like, you could
and it beats faster the more stacks you have. So you just want to keep hitting. Something like that is how it works.
Did the Dota 1 like Kodos, you know, the ones that had the guy throwing axes on top of him, was that any hero? I'm guessing not.
So. Yeah, I don't think so. Not
there could have been a cool one, because that always had a guy just smacking drums.
Oh yeah.
The war drums, basically.
He was not a Dota hero. Not yet.
Well, Bloody Nine spotted, gets the hook shot just as the Phantasm runs out, so he's going to get stunned up at the kill, looking for him, and he will get it. But that's also the Shaker teleporting away, so is the Terrorblade. So that was a very interesting fight. All right, you can really call that a fight.
A bite? Like a bait fight.
It was a bit of a bait fight.
That is exactly what Bloody Nine is forcing you into, right? He's always there, and you're like, is this a bait? I don't really want Bloody Nine, but I guess I'll take him. And then giving time for his teammates to evacuate and fight on their terms here.
You're always the guy who sends everybody away, like, I'll hold the line, sends them away, stays with his weaponry, hold back.
And Hitmune, he's keeping up a net worth with a Terrorblade, which is generally something you don't see. Probably because he is like, I got 8 kills and 0 deaths, but still.
Oh, Moose
net worth is good.
Trying to go for a blink stunt play, but they will smoke up nevertheless on the side of DogChamp, and there's Kits. That's a good target to go for. Silence coming out with that X mark. He tries to blink away, but to no avail. He got the phase shift dodge.
But no blink.
He's still going to get poked around, and he doesn't get the chance to run away. So that's a good kill for DogChamp.
Kits has been a little shaky. I'm not gonna lie, this game. Coils have not been necessarily on point. Kind of wastes his blink dagger there instead of playing it cool. Probably would have got out if he would have just played that a bit more patient. But either way, he's gonna have to find his groove because these coils have not been. They've been a little underwhelming here, and they need him to step up. Hit immune, he's ready. He's ready to go. And if you're wanting Fade to win here, this puck is gonna have to hit some priority coils in the next couple of fights here. That way Beast can get into the fights. That way Hit immune can also get in there. But Bloody Nine's been doing a great job of making his life a little bit hard here, and same with Moose. The pressure, the Shaker always being there to lock you down. Red 2 going for this Orchid build. Slightly annoying to deal with. He has no way of getting rid of it. Going for the Lincoln's next. Kaya Sanj helps a bit, but as you can see, it was enough to get the kill.
And the Shaker also has the highest kill participation on the side of DogChamp. He's been part of 12 out of the 15 kills. So, very efficient. Always around when you need him.
Your boy moves for you. Always there when you need him, like your best friend.
And like you said, very early on, like the missing connection between Red 2 and Moose, they found it during the laning stage, and they've basically been able to provide each other's a rather good game. Like this is stayed somewhat even, I guess you could say. Maybe Felt had a bit of good moments going on, a lot of map control, a lot of objectives taken away, but DogChamp, at least with this Moose Shaker, it's giving them a real fighting chance in a lot of these brawls. Like these two-man stuns he's able to land, surprising Felt off guard. And of course against squishy targets like Skywrath Mage, the Coddle. If they get stunned once, they really don't stand much of a chance. But look at Felt. Going through the Twin Gate, going all the way behind DogChamp and Bloody Nine.
Smoked, let's go.
If
Bloody Nine,
Bloody
yet
Nine,
again.
again, beautiful positioning. He's going to have to soak this one up, but DogChamp, they're coming in for the rescue. They're going to want to fight this one. Doom comes out onto Hit immune. They got a big Illuminate, almost finish him off, but also the puck just getting stunned, and he's going to be out. They're going to take this one, and Skywrath to follow as well. 2 heroes down on the side of Felt, 3 even, as Fade trying to make some work with these drums of Slum, but he's not making enough noise. And the X-Marked Fissure as well onto the Coddle. Solji has nowhere to run.
Yeah, Hit immune did not get his Phantasm off there before getting doomed, which pretty much sealed the fight right then and there. If you don't get Phantasm off before you get doomed, you're not fighting. They lose the gem on the puck there too, so that was the biggest fight that you could have asked for DogChamp. Sure, maybe you want to kill Hit immune at some point, but you'll get there. You got a gem, you got the puck, you got 4 other heroes. Can't ask for much more. Didn't lose a single hero yourself.
And this game is turning now. Like, we're already plus 30 minutes, and CK is no longer in a massive advantage compared to the Terrorblade. TB is getting online, becoming more and more of a powerful force to be reckoned with. He's racking up more armor, racking up more HP and more damage. And this entire fight, it was just Bloody Nine getting the scout, getting the information, and Felt they're slowly running into a damage issue.
You can't do everything as a CK in this game. This isn't like a Terrorblade. It's not like a Medusa, these ranged carries. You need help from your puck, but he's just so underfarmed at this point. And the Beastmaster, the item build is cool and everything. Going into Halberd being a little bit more tanky. However, we haven't seen the impact of the drums. It doesn't feel like you can just run in there and feel unkillable at this point in the time. And I don't know if he'll ever feel that way with a Terrorblade in the game. But maybe this next Roche is exactly what they've needed, but we're going to have 10 heroes postured here.
And again, another setup for a good Echo Slam play, of course, being set up towards that Roche pit. Hook shot connects onto DNM. So
no.
That's not going to connect onto an enemy hero. Bit awkward timing there as he arrives through that gate. And a bit of a reset also allowed for Felt thanks to that. X-Mark onto Hit immune and a BKB to disengage. This is not good for Felt. Not good at all. Barely using any resources on the side. Well, they did use the Metamorph at least, so that's something forced out, but it's a big cooldown. CK is tanky though.
Look what they're on the map. Look at Felt. They're in the corner of the Roche pit.
Barely see them on the
Rocket's
mini-map,
there.
but now they're coming in. Red 2 charging in right on top of him. Doom also used up on the Beastmaster. Speed forcing them out. The Skywrath gets deleted, and they will get Fade as well. Hookshot to connect onto Hit and Mew, and they are just on the run, trying to run away. Kids can't go. Echo Slam from Moose to cancel out the TP. And this Puck is fighting for his life, but he cannot. And Bloody Nine takes a bloody battle with Hit and Mew, which he will lose, but he's keeping him out of the fight and allowing DogChamp to finish off the rest of the big cores. And that opens up Roshan and DogChamp. They've got a ticket to tie this game now.
This Drums of Slom item is so interesting. You have to be very careful and when and how you buy this item. And this particular game, the way it's going, it doesn't look like it has any impact. But in some games, it looks like it has all the impact. And I think just when you're playing versus like the Terrorblade, who's buying the Scotty, and has like that much raw physical damage, you've kind of missed your timing with that build. Whereas Doom is going to continuously scale. He's building into all the aura items. He's getting the Dooms off. Speed really stepping it up this game.
Yeah, he
Doom
just
the Beast
doesn't have
roar.
like BKB, so there's so many stuns. The Shaker, the Doom, the Conka, most importantly, not even the Clockwork this time. Like maybe the Battery Assault's super annoying, but I feel like this Conka is just making this Basemaster's game very hard for him to, one, position, two, actually be able to do anything because of all the control. So he's not getting anything out of this Drums of Slum, really.
You called him the Bass Master.
The Based Master. Yeah, it's like
No,
I feel like he's
the bass, right?
I feel like he's
drums.
a basement master at this point because he can't get out. He's stuck in there.
Oh no, not the basement. I mean, he's in there with kids too. Don't worry, they're both in the basement,
both locked up, searching for a way out of this game. I mean, one way is to type the letters, but I guess if Felt finds an initiation on anybody else except Bloody Nine, it's a fight. But every time it is Bloody Nine to start things off, Felt's already lost. It's happened twice or thrice now.
All right, here's what you got to do. You got to find Moose right away. Mm-hmm. And Terrorblade is off farming. He's not there, so you kill him. And then you kill the Conka. And Terrorblade's still farming by this whole time, by the way. Mm-hmm. And then you kill the Doom, and then the TP's in, isolated, and then you kill him, and then you're back.
Guess that's one way to look at it. Very unlikely scenario, but anything is possible.
But the other scenario is what? You're going to coil them, and you know what's going to happen from DogChamp? They're going to be like, so what? Literally don't care. Kunkka has BKB, AC, Cheese. Terrorblade is going to sit there in Metamorphosis with his Aegis. Doom has a Pied Crimson. These heroes, we talked about the 5 melee, they don't care about getting coiled. Especially because what's your follow-up to coil? The Drums of Slom and maybe a Mystic Flare? You don't really have damage for coil.
True.
So this is where Puck's impact is really starting to wane off. No pun intended there.
I like that, though.
And it's definitely concerning.
It's like you need levels at this point. Like, feel like Felt right now, they're in a slump. And they're going to need a whole lot more. Solji at least is able to get double Wisdom Runes. So that's something. That's 2,800 experience for him.
He's about to feed it all
and
back.
for the Sky. I mean, he's going to give his life away, but I think that's totally worth for 2,800 XP.
I don't want to do the math, but how much EXP is he giving away?
Well,
I wonder how much he gave away.
He gave
he's
away
a little
2,562 by the looks of it. I'm not sure if that's fully correct, but
no, I
guess
think
it
so.
is.
So you got more experience. Wait, did you get more by killing
you
him?
got
or the
more,
Wisdoms?
and you gave your enemy less by 300.
Okay, but you also gave gold for dying.
And you also gave gold, yes. So definitely a deficit. But
Not
it
worth, is the
wasn't. But it
conclusion.
wasn't just you dying as a casual pick-off. Instead, you got something for it. And I think in the eyes of your support, Albina Zebra is like, "Oh, thanks, I got a freebie." Getting closer to that plus 400 damage Mystic Flare at level 18. big buff.
That's a level 25 talent, my friend.
No. Level 18. Oh, you mean 25 talent? Oh, that's an extra 400 at 25. I mean, he's
Oh,
doing
the level
1200
18,
now,
I see.
and he does 1600 at level 18.
Gotcha. I thought you were talking about the talent.
He did also make progress towards that, but that's another story for maybe 15 minutes in if this game is still up by then, because right now, DogChamp, they're taking buildings, pushing down the top lane. The tier 3 is already gone. Fade, building up drums of slump stacks, losing them at the same time. And here we go. The initiation comes out. They got themselves something, but the fissure's done. And there goes the BKB with the CK once again. But you got to utilize this, but they can't get through the wall of illusions. Still attempting to hold, but the melee is already gone. The range racks to follow. That's a lane of racks without anybody dying.
Now we're seeing the effect of the last pick Shaker here. Hitmune wants to go in, but his illusions aren't going to do damage. Shaker is going to perma-stun them, and if he sees the right opening, he's going to commit his hero and do the Echo Slam right on top of it. I think if you really want to, you wait for meta and you can go again, but it will be with no Aegis, so we'll see how frisky you're feeling if you're DogChamp. Do you want to try and end the game right away? I would not advise it, but it is technically a possibility that they could be considering.
Oh, they found
Even
the puck.
better, get a pick off.
Yeah, let's get the puck. Stunned up forever. And that's 70 seconds without your puck. So even if your BKB is coming off cooldown in 25 seconds, you're one hero down. One big core hero down. It's not going to be joining the defense.
Aesthetics cap works on your illusions? What?
I don't know, but they almost got the Kunkka. It was close, but it's not going to be enough. Echo Slam for staff save. Buying some time, and potentially they can do it 4v5. Doom onto Hitmune in the low ground. Oh, he does not want to be there, surrounded by hostiles. Wants to get the hell out of there, but no way the CK is getting back alive. He's being chased by an entire gank train of illusions and melee heroes, and the 5 melee strat proving to be victorious here for DogChamp. Hunting down another kill onto the Coddle. Got themselves the Metamorph available.
The drums!
Just gonna have to soak up the hits, and the drums of Slum. It's gonna be his funeral song.
It's a sad one. He wasn't really beaten that much. Or like a silent funeral
Just
there.
one note.
Just one note was played. Unlucky. But yeah, the Kunkka's looking great so far. I luckily cursed it into a victory.
Reverse psychology.
Has been playing great. Yep.
Not even a caster curse, but indeed motivated him for
They got
a
another
win.
fight in them.
Well, they're trying. Everybody's up, and this is the fight to take. This is the one they need to win. That's speed down, Aura's out, Hitmune down to half HP already. These TB illusions just being a massive nuisance, but while they're clearing them out, DogChamp's already far and gone.
Yeah, I think you probably, if you have 100% situational awareness there, DNM pops BKB and kills the TB. However, the call was most likely on TeamSpeak or whatever they're using, Discord, that get out, they bought back. That's the safe call. Get back, they bought back, we'll reset, do it again. And that's exactly what they did. And I think it's the safe play, and I think it's a good play. Doom will be dead for 50 seconds. Just don't bleed now if you're DogChamp. Don't let this smoke gank connect. And then
don't
you're all good.
Don't do the bait 2-or-1 mistake.
Which was what? I think a lot of people may have
It's the
forgot
one I
by now.
always tell you about. All they need to do right
Enlighten the
now is
viewers.
play patient, and then
There you go.
they make a mistake. But it's like nobody's gonna walk into their arms, at least this time.
I don't mean it literally.
I mean, this is good discipline, right? From DogChamp. I like what I'm seeing. This game has looked much better. And this is the closest game that we've casted on this patch.
True.
So that's
It
always
is.
nice to see. A nice 41-minute game that wasn't
Something
over by
different.
15 minutes.
It's always refreshing when you have something different.
That's right.
And a 3-map series also, by the looks of it, if Felt can still somehow magically find a different type of approach to the team fight than they have the last few times in a row, because right now it just feels impossible to do so.
They're only damaged right now since the puck never came online. The beast, unfortunately, is a little underwhelming. This game is coming from CK, but CK is playing versus Shaker and the Kunkka AoE, which means his illusions are going to get chain stunned, and the aesthetics cap does work on his illusions, so they're not going to get chain stunned. That's why I said in the last fight, I was like, I didn't know it worked that way. It's kind of crazy. But it doesn't seem to matter because they still just die pretty quickly, just the massive AoE damage. But at least they're not getting chain stun on top of it. Really good for Shaker.
Still another 5.5 minutes on this buyback cooldown, so Felt might just have to play the long game, play it super, super safe inside their base, lose a bit of net worth, but at least they won't give away their heroes, give themselves a fighting chance. They are going to smoke up. They will leave the base, and this smoke has been scouted out. They just used your spells on clearing out a creep wave. They have a single boar defending that mid lane. And Felt heading towards that Roche pit area. Roche is home. It's the one they're playing for. Smoke coming up from DogChamp as well. That's a fresh one.
This is the Aghanim Roche because it's Roche on number 3 spawning on the Radiant side. If it were to go to Dire, it would be a Refresher Shard. So this is the more desirable Roche of the two.
They saw the Hawk. I think they saw both Hawks, and they will get the jump first. Beastmaster to target. Doom already used up. Speed taking some damage. Hookshot coming out as well. The big fissure in the middle of everything. Kit's targeting the backline, keeping Moose away, but they're losing so much HP. Hitting me down to 1,300 HP, and they're all just running away. There goes their CK. There goes the rest of them. GG, well played. We are going to a game 3 with DogChamp tying this one up.
Yeah, I think in this game here, a lot of the things that happened in the early game were good for DogChamp. They came out of the laning stage. The biggest surprise for me was how